Tesla Frunk and Trunk mats. Enough said. About a year before recording this video, I did a review on floor mats that were new to the market from a company called Tesla Shields. And despite the fact that I was happy with the mats I already had, they intrigued me enough to give them a try and found it was worth the upgrade. Now until recently, they didn't have matching mats for the Frunk and Trunk. And up until this point, I've been perfectly happy with the inexpensive mats I found on Amazon that cost me less than $100. Now since I've had a positive experience with the Tesla Shield floor mats, I decided to give the Frunk and Trunk mats a try. Truth be told, I had no idea these mats were available until I was contacted by Tesla Shields asking if I'd be interested. Now as with all of my reviews, I am always 100% honest and transparent whether I paid for the product or not. Your trust in me far outweighs anything else. And aside from receiving these mats free of charge, I have no other incentives. That all being said, let's get right to it. Now let's start with how they're shipped. And because of its size, the trunk mat either needs to be folded or rolled up. Now my current trunk mat was rolled up and needed to sit in the sun for a day before I could put it in the trunk. Not a deal breaker by any stretch, just a bit of an inconvenience. However, the Tesla Shield mats have creases in them that allow it to be folded up and then unfolded without any warping and lays flat every time. Now let's talk about my first impressions on the quality of the material used for these mats. The trunk mat in general can take a beating from throwing luggage in the back and sliding them into place to something as rugged as cinder blocks. The material will get scratched up no matter how rugged they claim to be. Just how badly they get scratched up will set two products apart. Now before I even put the mats in the car, I was thoroughly impressed with how rugged the material looked. It's very rigid with just enough give. That doesn't mean they're scratch-proof, but my thought is they will be better at taking a beating than the cheaper alternatives, including the one I already have. I started by putting the sub-trunk mat in place and it fit perfectly without any issues. Quite honestly, we're talking about the sub-trunk. It would be difficult to get this one wrong. Now, upon putting the trunk mat in, I realized the creases weren't just for shipping, but rather served a higher purpose. The long crease makes it easier for you to put the mat in and take it out. The shorter crease was part of the design to make it easier for you to open the lid to the sub-trunk. Now, once it was in place, it fit like a glove with almost perfect cuts to contour the edges of the trunk. As for the Frunk mat, the only thing is to make sure you order the right ones for the year your Model 3 was manufactured, 2017 to September 2020 or October 2020 and later. Once they added the heat pump for better efficiency, it made the Frunk a little smaller. As for the overall durability, I was able to put the trunk mat to the test with a trip up to Mount Shasta to fill 3 and 5 gallon jugs with water from the headwaters of the Sacramento River. Now, since the jugs were sitting on the dirt and gravel, it made for a more abrasive surface on the bottom, acting like sandpaper when I had to slide them into place. After a quick rinse off with the hose, there were a couple of dirt stains, but after wetting the surface down a little and lightly scrubbing with a nylon brush, they looked better. they look in the car is all about personal preference and opinion. And for me, I think they look great. And even though these were free of charge, I would, without a doubt, pay the extra $60 to get these mats as compared to the ones I already had. Now keep in mind, Tesla Shields includes a sub-trunk mat, which I didn't have. And like that of the floor mats, there is no Tesla Shields logo. Although I stand behind this product, I don't need to see their logo in my Tesla Model 3. Speaking of floor mats, how are the Tesla Shield mats holding up? Well, as I mentioned earlier, no matter how rugged the mat claims to be, they will still get scratches and stains. It's how they hold up after several months of grinding sand and dirt. After a year, I can't complain. Do they look brand new? Of course not, but will hold their own to any other top quality floor mat out there as far as I'm concerned. The Tesla Shield Frunk and Trunk mats will cost you anywhere between $150 and $170 depending on the year your Model 3 was made. Compare that to the Tesla brand. For the trunk alone, the mat is $130. Add another $50 for the sub-trunk and another $70 for the frunk. And for all three, it will set you back $250. Now for the entire set, that includes the 3 floor mats, the frunk and trunk mats, it will cost you between $310 and $320, depending on, of course, the year of your car. Now, it goes without saying it will be a lot more than that no matter which all-weather floor mat set you get from Tesla. Now, I can't speak from personal experience, but I'm sure the floor mats at Tesla.com are perfectly good mats. But if you're looking for a good quality mat and want to save a few bucks in the process, then you can't go wrong with Tesla Shields, in my personal opinion. Are you new to the Tesla world? If so, which mats are you looking to get? If you already have a set, which ones have you gone with? Let me know and everyone else in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these mats. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and stay positively charged.